Hey guys, what do you think about setting some predator traps in the snow? Maybe catch a fox or a coyote. I think it might be fun. So it's late December here and pretty cold. Weather's cooling off. It's getting around 0 degrees at night and into the teens during the day. And I got my gear together and thought maybe I'd set a few traps. I got a little bait station near the house that I've been working on. I put bait on, up until a couple weeks ago, and I had a coyote, and a couple of foxes, and some other critters working that bait pretty good. Caught them on the game camera. So I know there's critters around here. It's getting cold. They're getting hungry, and maybe we'll set a few traps for them. So I'm gonna go through just kind of the gear that I have here. To get set up. So we're gonna start with the traps. What I have here is MB550, very standard coyote trap, probably the most popular coyote trap around. This one I've added a larger oversized pan onto the stock pan to have a larger catch area, and also helps removes the need, in my opinion, for a pan cover. So I got this set up. It's center swiveled. We got nice chain with a swivel in the center of the chain, swivel on the end of the chain. We're going to attach that to one of our earth anchors. So we've got a bunch of earth anchors here. These are super stakes on the ends, with some 3/32 cable and a length of chain on the end that attaches to the trap. Just makes that lay down better in the trap bed. So we've got the trap and our stake. We're going to use J-hook on the end of the trap to attach to that stake, and then use this Ron's J-hook tool. Put that down on this J-hook. Close it. So that is ready to pound into the ground. So that's our trap. We've got some polyfill. We're going to use this on the underside of the pan of the trap just to keep too much dirt from going in underneath the trap. I'll show you that. It's just basically the filler that you get to put in stuffed animals or pillows. Pretty simple stuff. What else we got here? We are going to dig a trap bed. So I got a nifty bag here with all the gear, and this is the old trusty trap hammer with a nice strong digging claw to dig a trap bed into the frozen ground. We've got a shovel, take care of the snow. Sifter, nice steel heavy duty sifter. Have my cordless drill and a bit. And we're going to use this to drill a dirt hole. We have a backup tool to make a dirt hole in case the cordless drill goes kaput on us. We've got a little hand sweeper broom to smooth out our trap bed. That's about it. We got a few other odds and ends here. We have some lure. I've got just several bottles of lure. This one is Cots Brothers. This is something I make myself. I got Jim Halseth lure in here. I've got some Trapping Today, my own Predator Plus. I got just a bunch of everything. I don't really care as long as I get a little bit of lure, stick down the dirt hole. I mean, lure is lure in a lot of cases. They're really going to be after is this bait. So here I've just got a pail of bait, and all this is beaver fleshings. This is the meat and fat that I flesh off of the beaver pelts from beavers I've trapped this fall. So final ingredient, wax dirt. So I get a little bit of wax dirt here to put under and over top of my traps to keep them from freezing in. So that's that, guys. Let's get on down the road and set some traps. So here's what I'm going to do. I have a pretty large open area behind me, and I'd like to set 3 or 4 traps, ideally 4 traps here. And so I'm going to basically just shovel out the areas where I want to set traps. There's probably 8 inches of snow on the ground, something like that. There was over a foot, but it's settled down over the past couple of weeks. So I'm going to open up some areas, get them down to the dirt so we can get a trap bed dug in and get our traps in, get our dirt holes, see how we're going to make sets. So I'm going to kind of spread them out here. Do one. I'm going to taper it off. Okay, so I've decided what I'm going to do here. I'm going to try to make 4 sets. And I'm going to have a dirt hole set there where I've dug out down to the ground. I'm going to have another dirt hole set about 15 or 20 feet beyond that. I got a little bush over there. I'm going to make a flat set right there with some lure right up next to that bush. And then there's a spot back there where there's a bunch of tracks that are kind of milling around and coming in from different areas toward this opening. And I walked back and forth there several times, and I packed down a trail, and I'm going to try to make a trail set right into that trail somewhere. So we'll have 4 sets, 2 dirt holes, a flat, and a blind set on the trail. And we'll see if we can get this done before dark. Alright, let's make this set. Sodbuster, dig me out a trap bed. See, the ground hasn't frozen solid yet. The snow has been insulating it, even though it's been down around 0 degrees at night. It's been, they're starting to freeze a little bit here and there, but it's really not that, it's really manageable. This is gonna be a big mess. I got a stick there, some rocks. Alright. Trap, earth anchor, driver. This is some pretty rocky ground here. Okay, I get this pounded in where I don't have cable, the top is just chain, the top end of that cable stake, so it just lays down flat in the trap bed, which is nice. Tap that sideways a little bit, get loosened up, pull it out, and we're going to set this. Oh, see, I can't pull that as hard as I pull, so that's good, that's ready to go. Alright. We got our wax dirt. put some of that in the trap bed. Make a nice dry bed so the jaws don't freeze down to the ground. Set our trap. MB550 comes with a nice night latch, dog, pan system. Click. Look at that. That's ready to go. Yeah, that's good. I'll put a little bit of this polyfill under the pan just to be safe, but I probably don't need it. This pan's set nice and low. Probably actually way more than I need right here. The idea of that is just to keep too much dirt from getting under the pan so that the trap can still fire. Notice I just touched the trap with my bare hands, I'm not worried about it. There's times to worry about that, there's times not to. Need a little more dirt to get my trap to where I can bed it nicely. That's not solid. I want it solid. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, that trap is nice and solid. Okay. More dirt. Packing some dirt around the jaws a little bit here and there. Probably don't even need to do a lot of that. We get my sifter. We'll throw dirt over the top, cover this up. We dug out a couple of rocks when we were making our trap bed. Make a couple of really nice guide rocks to get the animals stepping to between the jaws of the trap. We even got a stick here. We can stick that right there. That probably isn't gonna hurt. And we'll get a little bit of clump of stump. We can lay that right up against there maybe. Now we kind of want to. I'd like to blend this in just a little bit. In case the snow does melt, it warms up a little bit. The trap bed won't stick out too bad. And then, let's make our dirt hole. Right about there, I think. Oh, we got a dead battery, so I brought an extra battery. I have a really hard time with this thing in the woods. The farm country is not too bad, but it doesn't like rocks. Now if a guy wants to get really serious about this, I would suggest getting one of them big augers with the gas-powered engine on it. Steel makes one. That's the way to go. We're just sitting on a rock right there. That, my friends, is what we call bad luck. Make it work. I like the dirt hole because I want it deep and want the animal to have to keep working the set to get to it, but oftentimes it doesn't work out. It doesn't work with a flat set. You don't have that situation. So what we do is we just deal with it, we make it work. So we get a little bit of a hole here. It's about 5 inches deep probably. And I just set off to the side of that rock. That rock's probably weighs as much as I do. I couldn't get around it, so we'll just kind of we'll feather this back a little bit. I've got some rocks on my trap bed. I want to get them out of there. Keep that pretty clear of rocks so the rocks don't get caught between the jaws. So we know our trap's right there. It's that nice low spot. And what we're going to do is set our bait in there. We're going to cover it up, and we're going to hopefully make that animal work pretty good to get to the bait. And he may try to come back over here. That's kind of a chance we're going to take here. I'll probably do something a little bit different over there so that you can see kind of what I'm thinking. But let's get our bait. Here's the beaver meat. That down the hole. Pack it in there. Pretty good. Few pieces. Cover that up with dirt. We're gonna make them work. Make them work for it. Okay. That all looks good. Now the last thing I'm going to do is cover this with some snow. I'm going to grab it with the end of the shovel so that, you know, when snow touches your hands, it warms up, it kind of crystallizes, and it's not as dry, and it can freeze easier. So I'm going to just scrape off some of this nice soft snow over the top of the ground. And I've tried to blend things in a little bit. Okay, so that's that. We're going to move on and make our next set. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking here. I don't know which direction the wind's going to be going when the next couple of nights. It's actually, we've got some warm weather from the south coming, so we'll have a south wind for a little while. Then it'll probably shift back to the northwest, which is our prevailing wind. So I'm not really sure how the animals are going to approach the set, where they're going to smell it from. So that one I have from, the trap is on the northwest side, so the dirt hole, the scent is going to be originating from the southeast. I'm going to do this one opposite, even though the ground slope is working to my advantage to put the trap on the northwest side here as well. I'm going to do it a little different. So I dug some snow out here. I'm going to put my trap over here on this side of this opening. I'm going to keep this opening here. I'm going to make a little mound of snow here as kind of a backing. since it was so rocky, I think I am going to try to drill my hole first here and see. I'll turn you just a little bit here so you can see what we hit for rocks. It is quite rocky, but we're going to get a hole in. There, that's plenty deep. Good, awesome, I like that. Okay, taper that out a little bit. I miss trapping. I hadn't set traps for a little while now, a couple weeks. Nice to get back out. So many rocks. Look at that. If that was twice the size, we might have some issues. Okay. Another one right where okay. Get the rocks out of there. Give us a little bit of dirt to fix up our trap bed here. Okay. Drive in our stake. Believe it or not, this is one of the easier types of ground that we work with here in northern Maine to drive earth anchors in. Usually mushroom one or two of these drivers every season. That being said, the Super Stake is by far the most rugged of everything that I've used. Okay, she's set. That's set, it's not going anywhere. So, we'll set our trap and see what it's going to look like here. I haven't done these for quite a while, so when you're out of practice, a lot of times you forget exactly how deep you need to make a trap bed. That's pretty good. I'm going to take the center down just a little more. Everybody has a little different style doing this. Personally, I like to make a deep concave trap bed, deep depression, and the reason for that is the trap, the jaws and the levers are sitting solid on the edges of the trap bed, and there's nothing in the center with these center swivels and these traps, the base plate. Nothing's getting high centered, causing the trap to wobble. I like that all just have plenty of space underneath it. So we got our wax dirt in there. Set that trap chain back down in there. I just need a slightly more deeper slot for my spring on this side. A little more wax in there. There, that should work. Click, night latch. I made it a little bigger than I probably would have after setting several dozen of these and getting back into the hang of it. A little bit of polyfill. Notice I'm touching it with my bare hands. touch the trap with bare hands a little bit. Some of you tell me I'm crazy for that. Some of you, it doesn't really matter. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm really not concerned about it right now. Middle of winter, coyotes, foxes, hungry. They know I'm here. I live right across the road. They smell me all the time, so not incredibly concerned. Do take a few precautions, but be reasonable. Okay, that trap is nice. It's bedded nice and solid. I'm a little bit concerned. That's a little wet. Just those springs, make sure those springs are gonna fire. She's wobbling a little bit now. There. That's better. That's much better. Okay. Alright. Cover it up. Blend it in just a little bit. Your rock there. Put that this piece right here, the guide. And probably gonna put a little more snow on this one. I do put my gloves on to handle the bait. There. All right, we're gonna go over here and make our flat set. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk and make a trail to this so that, see there's some existing trails here. Kind of connect up with those. We're just gonna make an established path, because these critters, man, they're breaking through the snow. If there's already a pack trail, they're gonna use it. Just like you and me. You're not gonna walk in deep snow when you can walk down a plowed driveway. So it's gonna make it a little easier. So for this spot, I'm going to try to be a little bit more subtle. I'm not going to make a big mess, or I'm going to try not to make a big mess. Try to blend it in a little bit. Try to make a smaller trap bed. And I'm going to taper that level of the snow down so the animal gets a little lower when it gets to this point. I'm going to be about 6 or 8 inches off of that. Backing, and we're going to have the trap set so the jaw opening is parallel to the trail. My excess dirt I'm just going to stick it in the sled for now. Done one of these in a while, so hopefully it's halfway decent. Oops. The only thing with these pans is the pan doesn't fall as low when the trap is fired, so the dog gets caught under the pan sometimes. It's just a little extra step to get it out. Not too bad. I'm trying to be quick. That's way more than you need for polyfill. I'm trying to be quick. Click. Okay, that's pretty nice. I like that actually. I like that. So we'll pound this in. It's almost dark, so if there's animals that be coming in right after dark, they're probably going to be a little spooked. They may hear me clanking around right now, so it may not be till tomorrow that I get anything come into here, but that's okay. That's okay. Give the sets a chance to age a little bit anyway. Good. Try to get the snow out of there. And our waxed dirt. And I just poured some snow on top of my waxed dirt, which is not ideal, but put a little more waxed dirt on top of the snow, which was on top of the waxed dirt. Don't like that. Go a little deeper in there. Get all that chain in as deep as you can. That's okay. That'll work. Well, it might not, but it probably will. How's that? that down, make the trap a little more solid than it already is. Then it's going to be time to cover it, and we're going to want we got a nice narrow trail here. It's going to funnel the animal to put its foot there, but we are going to want something to get him to step. For instance, that clod of dirt right there. If he's coming from this way, he'll step over it right onto the trap. Put it right there. If he's coming from this way, he'll step before he steps over it. He'll put his foot down right there. Now we cover. Now you ask, what's going to cause that animal to want to come to this trap anyway, aside from walking on the trail? We're going to put a little bit of lure here. We got here, I just picked one out. It's Cott's Bros. I think it's called Chaos. Kellen Cott's made this thing up. Gland lure. And we're going to put some of that right on this right here. I'm going to put that a little bit lower. So it's right there. And if I had some urine in the bag, I'd squirt a little on that too maybe, but I think that lure is going to be plenty to attract curiosity. It's not super strong, but that's okay because hopefully we're going to have animals here anyway. Now we just cover it. I'm not good at blending in traps. I mean, I got that blended in okay. It's never been my strong point though. So if we got a really wise animal, he's probably gonna be a little spooked to this, but most will probably go right through. Boom. We'll find out. Now, if this was later in the year, or if we had a whole pile of deep snow, I'd have to do this a little differently. I imagine in that situation, I would have to set the trap on top of the snow. But the snow is shallow enough that I think we can get by with setting the trap in the dirt. And of course the advantage there, setting the trap in the dirt, is it's bedded more solidly. Okay. See that? The dog's stuck under the pan. So you gotta set the trap, springs down, lower the pan, flip the dog back up, then you can set it. But that's okay. Still works. Click. It ain't gonna be perfect, but I think it's gonna be okay. What do you guys think? I'm gonna make a little depression for the chain to set in. Let's get that stake in the ground. Good. Holy smokes, that might actually work. Okay, so I want to stay on this trail. I want to make sure the animal is going to be just walking on this trail. Now, I'm running a little low on the wax dirt, but I need something to keep that trap from freezing to the ground. So hopefully I'll have enough. So layer of wax dirt down there. Get that trapped in. Oh, it's nice. That's nice. Okay. And we'll use whatever we got left, dirt. It's not what I would call an ideal set, but the thing we want to make sure we do is make sure it's blended in somewhat. Put that right there. Step over that into the trap. Yeah. Okay. That's our trail set. All right, well, it's just about almost dark. It's gonna be dark here pretty soon, and we got our 4 sets. We got our blind trail set there. We get a dirt hole here, a dirt hole up there, and a flat set there. So yeah, I think we just now we just come back in the morning, check it for a few mornings after this, after tomorrow, and keep checking it every day until we get weathered out, we catch some fur, or we get tired of it. But yeah, guys, let's cross our fingers.